doing. All right, because we have to finish up to 50 today. Some of them are a little bit tricky, so let's get busy. All right, eyes up. Did we finish 21?
No.
Yeah, I think we did. We said it was.
Oh, yeah. 21 to 25.
But I thought we. Oh, that's right. That's right. 21 is kind of similar to 20. Thank you. All right, so you're cutting fabric for a placemat that are to be 13 3/4 inches wide. If you have a piece of fabric 82 1/2 inches long, how many placemats can you cut from the fabric? All right. What are we thinking on this?
82 divided by 13 3/4 placemats.
Hold on a minute. So here we go. So again, this is your total, right? Now listen, this is what I try to tell kids. Identify the totals. Everybody agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
And then each placemat requires what? 13 3/4 inches. Does everybody agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
So what are we doing to the 82 1/2? What do we say we are doing? Yeah, we're dividing it up into individual placemats. All right? So again, I'm just going to demonstrate, even though I know most of you guys are okay with that. This is how much fabric I have, right? And what am I doing? And you guys know, I hopefully you have seen, but like the fabric just can come into something like this, right? Just comes into a giant roll, right? So you have this long fabric and you say, hey, that's nice for placemats. So I'm going to cut some placemats, right? So this from here to here, I'm going to cut that. That's what? 13 3/4. Cut it again. There's 13 3/4. So I'm saying, what am I doing? I'm dividing up, right? So when you divide now, you did 82 1/2 divided by 13 3/4. And what did you say? What did that was?
6 placemats.
No, I don't think it came out. Did it come out to be exactly 6?
Yeah.
Was it exactly 6? Don't know. I was hoping it wouldn't be exactly 6. So in this case, someone was asking me, let's just say it was 6 1/2. Can I make a half a placemat? No. So your answer then would be what? 6. All right, but it came out to be exactly 6 if that's what you're telling me is correct. What? Yeah, so let's look at that, guys. Everybody do it again just to make sure. I'm not saying he's correct. That's why you need your own calculator. So everybody again do 82 1/2 divided by 13 3/4. Here, we'll just double check. Right? Bless you. Goodness, bless you. So everybody, I'm happy with that being 6. All right? So you would say what? Not just 6. You would say 6 what? Placemats. That's what you would say. 6 placemats. Yes. Well, I like what you're saying on that. All right. But remember, it's just one giant roll. You see what I'm saying? Can you visualize that? So you're right. Technically, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's just one giant long, right? So if we cut it down this way, you see what I'm saying? But that's a good observation. Very good observation. Okay, so next. Yes, here we go with 22. Aiden, read it to me real quick.
The largest themselves on the record measured about 37 4 5 inches and 7 over 7. They're respectively how many times larger the largest is?
How many?
Well, 37 4 5 7 over 10 equals 37 inches.
So it's 37 times larger?
No. Yeah.
What do you think?
I got 54 because I divided 37 and 4 thirds divided by 7.
Right. Now, listen, this is something like, for example, I want everybody to look up here again. Because, again, does everybody understand how the fractions cause problems? Everybody understands what I'm saying, right? Sometimes your brain can't see it too well. But this is what I like to tell kids. Let's say the largest was, let's say, 20 inches long, and the smallest was 2 inches. How many times greater is that? 10. That was easy. You see what I'm saying? So when you want to find how many times bigger something is, you have to do what? Divide it. Right, now look how easy it was for your brain to say 20 divided by 2, but it was harder for your brain to say that divided by that. All right, this is what I'm trying to tell some of you guys. If you get nervous with the fractions, make them easier numbers, and you can see the operation better. All right, so I want everybody to write down on their paper 37 4/5 divided by 7/10, and tell me what that was again. 54 times larger. Say it now. Well, because, so let's look at this. I'm going to come back to this right here. If the biggest star was 20 inches and the smallest was 2 inches, how many times greater is that? So how did you get that? You see what I'm saying, right? That's what we're talking. All right, so I'm pretty good. All right, 23. Harrison, go. Yes, quickly. Why? That's exactly correct. I'm happy with that. You could have also done what? That's exactly right. Yes, there you go. 4 7/8 times 6 gives you 29.25 or 29.14. So you have enough. Look how easy that was, right? Yes, ma'am. Yep, that's perfect. Yep. Lots of good ways. All right, lots of good ways, as long as you know the answer. All right. How do I find the answer for area? Yes, so area is equal to 6 2/5 times 2 3/4, which is what? 17 and what? Very nice. Is that right? Does everybody agree with that? Well, 6 times 2 is definitely not close to 112. Yeah, try that again.
There it is. 17.
All right, 25. Chloe, go. You're awesome, kiddo. Everybody's got to write that. 2 1/2 divided by 1/4 is equal to what? 10. Right. Listen to me. Your answers, if it's different than mine, all right, you double check. What did you do? Retype it on the calculator. All right, I don't have my calculator in front of me. Everybody good with that? I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, what I want to do real quickly is I want someone to, everybody look at 28. Everybody look at 28. Everybody's looking at 28. What does that mean? James? No. That's okay, though. All right, this is something new. Michaela, what is it? Yeah. So again, I should have made this a little bit darker, and it would have made more sense. Right, so that literally is just saying 3/4 divided by 8/3. It's called a complex fraction. A fraction within a fraction is called a complex fraction. But it should be simple for us. It's just literally rewrite it as 3/4 divided by 8/3. Somebody tell me what that is. What was it? I don't care. What is it? How much? 9/32. I'm happy with that. All right, is everybody pretty happy with that? I'm trying to see something here. All right, what I want to do is I want everybody to go to number 50. We're going to work our way backwards. We're going to work our way backwards here, guys. I want everybody to read number 50. No, I want you to try to do it. Everybody's going to try to do 50 real quick. I'm going to put it on pause and you guys try 50. If you have no idea. All right, somebody give me an explanation to number 50. James, what are you thinking? Well, wait a minute now. Is 2 over 6 the same as 1 over 12? Elise, what are you thinking? Good job. Come on. 5 6 plus 1 12 plus 1 third. What is that? 1 and 1/4. So all together you have 1 and 1/4. And then what? Yay, divided by 3. Good job, kiddo. James, I like what you were doing, though. Do you hear me? I like what you were doing. Okay? Just one little mistake. So 1 and 1/4 divided by 3 is the same as, Elise? 5 what? 5/12. All right, now look. Yes, I'm totally happy. Can it be done a little bit differently? Yes. To me, I think that's the most logical way. You've got a certain amount in each bottle. Add what's in each bottle, and then do what? Divide it by 3. Yes. Yeah, it can be done a little bit differently. James had a good idea, too, of just getting like common denominators and kind of adding them together. That's exactly right. Exactly correct. Lots of ways to do that. Lots of ways. All right. Number 49. Go. Aiden. Read it. Let's go.
Carl is looking at skill drawing of his particular bedroom floor. The floor is 12 feet wide by 14 feet long. The scale is 1/4 inch equals 1 foot. For the scale drawing of the floor, bolding the dimensions in inches of Carl's bedroom floor. Oh, I did this wrong, but I'll do it.
No, I don't want to. You don't have to preface it, but I did it wrong. Yeah. What do we do?
12 times 14.
No, look. Here's what they're saying. Here's his room. All right, right here. Here's his room. Here's his real room. Okay? There's his real room. Now what we're going to do is we're going to scale this down to this size. Right? So this right here is 12 feet by 14 feet. Now we're going to make it into smaller, where every what? 1 foot is equal to 1/4 inch. So tell me what to do.
So I converted the 1/4 equals 1 foot into 4 feet equals 1 inch, and I divided each in by 4.
That's a good way to do that. All right, what did you do? Tell me why we're multiplying 12 by 14. Because that will give me the area, correct? I want to know, what do I have to shrink this 12 feet down to so I can put it here? You see what I'm saying? 12 feet, right? And each foot measures 1/4 inch. Do you understand what that's saying? So what would it be?
Divide 12 by 1/4.
I don't think I divide 12 by 1/4. No. Yeah, it's just 1/4 of that. So this down here would simply be 12 times 1/4. which would then create something that is what? 3 inches. And then I would do 14 times what? 1/4. All right? If I did 14 times 1/4, what was that? Somebody help me. What was it? 3.5 inches? Yes. Oh, this would be 3.5 inches down here, sorry. Right. So let me just to make a quick little demonstration to show you what I'm talking about. So everybody agree this is 12 feet. So I'm going to do this. 1, 2. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I was 1 short. So we're going to say that's 12. Each mark represents a foot. Do I agree with that? But then it's telling you that each foot represents what? 1/4 of an inch. That represents 1/4 of an inch. Do I agree? And how many 1/4 inches are there? 12. 12 times 1/4. What? Come on. I don't know what you mean. I thought I was supposed to divide. Here. Look what I'm showing you now. I just divided this up into each mark here represents 1 foot. Do you agree with that? Like this is, this is 1 foot, this is 1 foot, this is 1 foot. Do you agree? Each 1 foot is the same as what? 1/4 of an inch. So how many feet are there? So each of those is 1/4 of an inch. So it's just 12 times 1/4. Right or not? So from here to here, watch this now. Try one more time for you. From here to here represents 1 foot. Do you agree with that? And so how much is it from here to here? No. They're saying on a drawing, 1 foot is equal to 1/4 of an inch. You understand what that means? So each one of these now, instead of saying 1 foot, is 1/4 of an inch. That's 1/4 of an inch. That's 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch. 1/4 of an inch. There are 12 1/4 inches there. Because there are 12 foot. You with me? Good. Good, good. Don't give up. All right. So here we go. Let's go to 48, which I don't think is too bad. What'd you get? Yes. Which of the following lists the fractions in ascending? Ascending means going what? Up. Descend goes what? Down. So ascend means we're starting with the smallest and going to the largest. That's okay. So then just reverse your numbers and tell me what the answer is. Anybody else get A? Right. Now, to me, the easiest thing to do is to take your calculator and just go 3 divided by 7. Everybody type on the calculator, 3 divided by 7. What's 3 divided by 7? What is it? I don't think 3 divided by 7. I don't think it's 4. Okay, 0.48. I thought you said 4.8. I'm sorry. 0.4. What's 5 divided by 12?
4.166.
Say it again.
4.41666.
Okay, and 4/9 we know it's 0.4 repeated, right? What's the matter? No, 3 divided by 7 can't be 4.
Oh, 0.4.
There you go. 0.4 what?
1.42.
Oh, 0.42. I'm sorry. everybody good with that? So then the smallest would have to be what? 5/12, right? I'm asking you a question. Is 5/12 the smallest?
Yes.
Yeah, and then 3/7, right? So isn't the correct answer what? I think it was B.
Oh, 7/7.
Yes. Say it again. So they all start with a 4, right? Then the next number here is a 2. The next number here is a 1. The next number here is a 4. Okay? All right, let's move on.
Oh, my bad.
All right, everybody read 47. Let's go. Chop, chop. Everybody, I'm going to put it on pause. 47. What'd you get, Jackson?
4 and 13, 16.
I got a D so far. All right. D. Do I have to explain that? I'd rather not.
No.
If everybody... Okay, so here we go. Look right here. Please watch. It's really nice. A really nice problem. So from here to here is how much? Girls, right? From here to here is how much? And from here to here is? So how in the world do I find how much from here to here? Well then, try it again. You understand it, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's all it's asking. Because you're amazing. 11 minus 4 minus 2 can't be 2. Right? You got it now? Take your time now. Or remember what I'm saying. A lot of times it's just a little mental error. Go.
I got 4 and 17 over 4 and 17 over 24.
Well, then that just means you typed it in incorrectly. So let's do it again. 11 and 5/8. One way you can do it is do 11 and 5/8 minus 2 and 1/16 minus 4 and 3/4. Or you can do 2 and 1/16 plus 4 and 3/4, and then subtract that from 11 and 5/8. You agree with me? Girls?
Okay.
Oh, you guys good now, right?
I
All right.
still
Now,
got
well, what are you typing in?
I did 11 and 5/8 minus 2 and 1/16 minus 4 and 3/4.
Yeah, that should be correct. 11 and 5/8 minus 2 and 1/16 minus 4 and 3/4.
I can get it on the
Well, try it again. That's the correct answer. I'm telling you. Everyone else did the same exact thing. I know it's the same thing. No one's asking you to be silly, remember? Try to be serious in here all day for one day. Then I'll let you go back to being silly. That's what I thought. Right? You see what I'm saying? Most of the time it's just what? Calculator entry error. You with me? That's where the most mistakes. That's why it's important for you to write down on your paper what you did. So I can, you know, if it's a calculator mistake, I don't care. All right? Next, 46.
Okay, I added 1/9 and 1/6 and got 5/18, but it asked for the remaining, so I subtracted 5 from 18 and got 13.
What is that?
Oh, that's 5/18.
Exactly. Right? So that's how much we used, correct? So how much is left?
13.
That's exactly right. James, what?
I did 1/6 minus 1/9.
Well, obviously that is not correct. What? Because this is how much you've used. 1/9 and 1/6. Together, that makes what? You've used 5/18. How much is left? 1 minus 5/18. Come on, guys. Make sure you relook at that one. Make sure you understand what we're dealing with. That's a very good problem. What? How many scholarships are there? There's one what? One total. One budget, one big thing, right? Well, here it says, for the next school year, a college will use 1/9 of the money in its operating budget for library books and 1/6 for scholarships. What fraction remains? So there's one giant budget. This is one budget. We just subtracted out 1/9 for library books, and then we subtracted out another 1/6 for scholarships. And that's what remained. Think of one as like one giant budget, right? It'd be different if I put money down in the budget. That would be, we could figure that one out too, which is coming. What?
The easier way to think about it is just put 18 over 18.
Yes, you could do that also. Get a common denominator. All right, here we go. Let's talk about, 45 was a nice one. What'd you get?
I got B.
What?
I got B.
B? Everybody?
B.
B? Be different if you want.
I got
B. Because again, you should put it in here. So 4 times 1/2 is 2. 2 minus 3 divided by 1/2. Correct answer, B, right?
I got B.
Yeah, B is correct. What?
I got it right. I'm just wondering, whenever it's on top, exactly you are start.
Well, you should do what's on the top first, right? So you should do 4 times 1/2 minus 3, and that was -1. And then -1 divided by 1/2.
Yeah, well, what I mean, when I got it, I had, and you got it over.
That's correct.
But I knew that.
Yeah. What? There's a negative button at the bottom. See it? All right. Now, what?
If it was, would you do order of operation?
Yeah, it's order of operation. Exactly correct. Great way of saying that. All right, so your fraction is the only one that kind of, you have to do the whole numerator first, and then divide it by whatever the denominator is. All right, guys, I think the bell's going to ring here in a few minutes. So your job is tonight to finish everything. Now, again, looking down here, 36 through 40, those aren't very hard. You just got to practice using your calculator on that. Everybody agree? Yeah, right. Finish up. I'm going to collect it first thing.
Mr. Brown.
Yes.
I'm on vacation.